The ocean is full of hidden secrets waiting to be uncovered. Strange creatures, baffling discoveries, and mysterious beings lurk beneath the surface. Every dive, every cast of the net reveals something more bizarre than the last. Stay with us because what we uncovered might just shock you.
Guys, this is like an alien fish. Look at his mouth.
A local spotted a crab on the beach. It wasn't just an ordinary crab, it was a massive crab standing on the shore. Its legs were spiked, and the dark color suggested it came from the deep sea. Legends tell of giant sea crabs that roam the ocean's depths, with claws strong enough to crush steel and shells as tough as armor. Sailors have long feared these creatures, thinking they were the guardians of a hidden underwater kingdom. Could this crab be one of those legendary giants, returning to land after centuries of guarding secrets beneath the sea? What do you think? Alligator lookalike.
Oh my gosh. They will hit you in the head.
A man set out to explore the dense mangrove waters, curious about its hidden wonders. But what he encountered was nothing like he expected. He spotted something massive in the water, thinking at first it was an alligator. It was huge, yet eerily still. It wasn't an alligator. What he caught was a giant alligator gar, far larger than any fish he'd ever seen.
My foot's there. Look at this. Giant. No way. It's bigger than me.
After a brief moment of amazement, he carefully released it back into the water, respecting its place in the ecosystem.
As bad as I want to show y'all, look at her, there's her good eye.
Brain-like blob. This will make you see how appearances can be misleading. A researcher at Lost Lagoon in Vancouver made a bizarre discovery. While investigating the pond just north of the city center, they found something unexpected. At first glance, it looked like a blob, but not just any blob. It resembled a human brain, squishy and oddly shaped. The researcher leaned in, unsure of what they were seeing. As they got closer, the blob began to reveal its secret. It was a bryozoan, a tiny creature living in a colony with genetically identical individuals. These colonies were connected, wrapped around a wad of slime, forming these weird blobs. Weird, right? And who knows what other oddities are hiding in that pond? Creepy wolf eel. Fishermen in the waters of Homer, Alaska were taken aback when they spotted a strange-looking fish swimming too close to their boat. They quickly used a net to pull it aboard, but the fish seemed desperate to escape. Its face was unsettling, not something you'd expect to see. It was a wolf eel. Though experienced fishermen, they knew better than to get too close. With sharp teeth and an unpredictable nature, the wolf eel can easily leave you with more than a scare if you're not careful. They carefully returned it to the water. Better safe than sorry, especially when it comes to hands. Accidental discovery.
I was fishing on the beach and I called Greg Norman. I was like, hey man, there's a lot of sharks out here. Do you want to go fishing tomorrow? He's like, yeah, let's go. I got my 41-foot boat. We headed offshore and we went along the beach and we found a huge school of blacktip sharks.
A group went fishing, not knowing what was waiting for them. They hooked a blacktip shark, but just moments later, something even bigger swam by the boat, a massive hammerhead shark. They managed to catch it. The size of this shark was beyond anything they could have imagined. It measured 175 inches long, about 14 feet 7 inches, making it the largest hammerhead they'd ever seen.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Dude, it's 1,000 pounds. Oh my gosh.
After taking some pictures and making sure it was okay, they released it back into the water. It was an experience they would never forget. Massive grouper catch.
There he is. Yeah, baby!
Holy crap!
That's a big boy.
Oh my crap!
One Florida fisherman got the surprise of his life while out in his kayak. He came across a giant sea creature and struggled to reel it in. The fight was so tough it actually broke his rod. Eventually, he managed to bring it to shore. It was the largest grouper ever recorded. When measured, it was 83 inches long, with a girth of 73 inches and weighed about 552 pounds. Even though he was excited about his catch, he knew it was a protected species, so after taking a few pictures, he released it back into the wild.
Holy crap! God, he broke the rod! Oh, Jesus!
Mouthless fish mystery.
All right, guys, so this is a very, very rare species. We had to sneak into this spot.
Two friends decided to go fishing at a restricted stream in South Florida. After some time, they finally caught a fish, but something was off. It didn't look normal, there was no mouth, and its patterned skin made it seem like an armored catfish. Curious, they grabbed it and took a closer look. That's when they realized the truth. It was a South American suckermouth catfish, known for using its suction-like mouth to cling to surfaces and feed. Sometimes, even the most ordinary things can surprise us.
Guys, if you know what type of fish this is, comment below. Look at the patterns. Guys, this is like an alien fish.
Look at its mouth.
Look at its mouth.
Oh my goodness.
Viper shark discovery. Scientists recently made a chilling discovery deep in the ocean. They found what first looked like an ordinary small shark, but as inspected it, they noticed its sharp needle-like teeth and its glassy eyes gave it a scary look. The real shock came when its jaw suddenly extended, snapping forward in a way no one expected. It was a creature straight out of nightmares, reminding us of just how strange and unexplored the ocean is. This rare find, along with 4 others, shocked the researchers. The creature, known as a viper shark, is a true nightmare of the deep. Its bizarre features are perfectly adapted for the shadowy depths it calls home. Double-headed discovery. The ocean is full of surprises, and one day, a group of fishermen got more than expected. Among their usual catch was a shark, but this one looked different. It wasn't just a regular shark, it had 2 fully formed heads, each with sharp teeth, a rare sight indeed. The shark's body was large, making them wonder if it was fully grown or just a strange marine anomaly, but experts revealed it could be a rare case of bicephaly. They had never seen anything like it before. A 2-headed shark? That's one for the books. Pier encounter. The pier usually brings surprises for those who reel in a catch, but one man got a shock while just walking by. As he passed the stairs, his eyes caught sight of crabs. But these weren't just any crabs, they were giants, and the most shocking part, they weren't moving at all. The sight was not only scary, but also concerning. What could have caused them to grow so big, and why were these giants appearing so close to human areas? Strange creatures spotted around the world have raised concerns. Some believe these odd beings are the result of mutations, while others suspect illegal labs might be behind them. Plant or what? Fishermen in Bahia were caught off guard when they discovered a strange creature among their usual catch. At first, they mistook it for seaweed or some kind of underwater plant, but to their surprise, it seemed to have tentacles that started moving. After observing it for a while, they turned to the internet for answers. Eventually, they identified it as a basket star. It was surprising, as they had spent years in those waters but had never recognized it before. These creatures are quite rare, often found in depths over 6,000 feet. Nighttime pond encounter. After hearing creepy stories about a pond, a group of friends decided to check it out. They chose to go at night, of course. As they walked along the water's edge, they spotted something floating. It seemed like tangled hair, but the way it moved didn't feel random. It was as if it was being controlled. That's when they realized what it was. A water ghost. The kind with a woman's head floating above the water. And they'd heard the stories. Anyone who touched it would get possessed. The stories they'd laughed at suddenly felt way too real. Scaly find. Fishing doesn't always go as planned. Sometimes you catch things that are hard to explain. A man was fishing in a village pond when he pulled out a strange creature and took it home. It looked a bit like a snake, but he knew it wasn't. Its scales reminded him of a pangolin, but the shape was different. Curious, he uploaded a video online. Soon, experts jumped in. They said it was actually a rare type of pangolin that could live in water. Pangolins are often smuggled around the world for their scales, and many people try to make money off of them. Despite this, the man acted kindly. He didn't keep it for himself, showing respect for the creature instead. Unusual angler's catch. A group of anglers found themselves in the middle of an epic fish fight. As the hook got stuck, they spotted it. A big head with rough brown skin covered in spots. Its wide mouth suggested it could easily swallow crabs and small fish. Due to its massive size, the creature could effortlessly thrash through the water to escape. It turned out this incredible fish was a Goliath grouper, about 2.3 meters long. Good luck on your next fishing adventure. You never know what might be lurking beneath the surface. Mysterious beach carcass. Back in July 2016, a strange discovery on Duncannon Beach, Ireland, left beachgoers and marine experts puzzled. A decaying carcass washed ashore, its appearance unlike anything anyone had seen before. The creature had a small mouth, ruling out the possibility of it being a whale. Some speculated it might be the remains of a basking shark, but the carcass lacked the distinctive spikes around its neck. This strange feature only deepened the mystery, leaving everyone scratching their heads, wondering just what it was. No one knows how it ended up on the shore, but the powerful waves of the sea had decided it was time to reveal its secret. Mermaid mystery. During a sea expedition, researchers were excited to uncover an odd-looking sea creature, but what they didn't expect was the terrifying sight they were about to witness. As they pulled the net from the water, a hand suddenly emerged. It had webbed fingers, almost like something from a legend. Could it have been a mermaid? Before anyone could process what they were seeing, the crane hoisted the net back into the water, releasing whatever it was. The whole incident was documented, leaving behind a possibility. Was this the first real evidence of a mermaid's existence? Massive fish catch. An angler in Thailand was struggling to pull in his catch. It felt so heavy he thought the boat might tip over. When he finally got it close enough, he saw it. It was a Mekong catfish, and it weighed an incredible 297 pounds. He had never seen a fish so big before. After a lot of effort, he managed to bring it into the boat, and he couldn't believe his luck. It's not every day you catch a fish this massive, especially in a pond. Topwater fishing. Every angler enjoys the thrill of topwater fishing, and this fisherman was no different. He set out for a day on the water, hoping for a good catch. When he felt a tug on his line, he quickly reeled it in. What he pulled up, though, left him puzzled. It was long and seemed almost too unusual to be true. Some onlookers even joked that it could be the Loch Ness Monster. However, a closer look at its tail suggested it might be an eel. To everyone's surprise, it wasn't either of those. It was a Welsh catfish. Catfish are typically bottom feeders, so catching one on a topwater hook was an odd occurrence. This rare catch had the fishermen and others scratching their heads, wondering if this fish had simply decided to break the rules. Deep sea surprise. Off the coast of Florida, a group of fishermen dropped their lines deep into the ocean, hoping for a big catch. After some time, they felt a strong pull and started reeling it in. When the fish surfaced, they were surprised. Its eyes bulged and its stomach was unusually swollen. They recognized it as barotrauma, caused by the change in pressure from the deep sea. The sight was strange, and the fish's wide eyes seemed to stare right at them. It was an unusual catch, leaving them quietly curious about the deep sea's mysteries. Rare catch encounter. During a fishing trip, one guy got lucky with a rare catch. The fish was nearly as long as he was tall, with a tubular snout and a small mouth at the end. He had caught it from about 60 meters down, and it grabbed the hook quickly. It turned out to be a trumpet fish. Its long cylindrical body gave it an almost alien appearance, but it belongs to the warm, shallow waters. A surprising catch, but one that made the trip memorable. Giant find. A farmer in Zhangjiang village near the Yellow River in Gansu province, China, stumbled upon a surprising sight. It was a massive creature stuck in a shallow stream and decided to take it home. This amphibian, over 1.2 meters long and weighing about 8.5 kilograms, was estimated to be over 80 years old. Shocked, the farmer quickly searched online and identified it as a giant salamander, a rare species protected by law. He contacted the authorities, and the salamander was soon relocated to a nearby wetland. Giant salamanders are the largest amphibians in the world, known for their ancient lineage and typically found in clear, fast-flowing streams. Floating venomous creature.
Look at proof that an alien exists.
They're dropping.
While on a boat trip, a tourist had an unforgettable experience when he spotted something floating nearby. At first, he thought it was an alien, its tentacles wiggling in the water, but the guide quickly explained that it was a Portuguese man-o-war. This unique creature is recognized by its balloon-like float, which can be blue, violet, or pink, and rises to 6 inches above the water. Despite its mesmerizing appearance, the Portuguese man-o-war is venomous. It's best to keep a safe distance, as its sting can cause intense pain.
Look at your proof that an alien exists.
Fish with teeth. A fish with teeth that looked like human teeth was caught in the United States, and its picture quickly went viral online. The fish had sharp teeth in its upper and lower jaws, along with molars that were perfect for crushing food. Its strange smile left people amazed. Experts later identified it as a sheephead fish named for its sheep-like teeth. While it became famous on social media, this fish isn't new. It's found in the waters of North and South America, usually growing to about 20 inches long. Odd sea creature.
Ma, you see this?
In Coney Island, Brooklyn, a fisherman was shocked to pull up a strange three-legged creature from the Atlantic Ocean. The creature had a large head, with its tentacles twisting on the deck of the boat. Its head was much bigger than its body, and from the front, it looked a bit like an octopus. Some jokingly suggested it was a creature from Stranger Things. However, marine biologists later identified it as likely being a stingray or an underdeveloped skate, which explained its unusual appearance.
What the hell is that? What is happening?
Lake creature sighting. A boy walked towards the lake, unaware of what lay ahead. Near the water's edge, something unusual caught his eye. Between the rocks, a small creature emerged. It had a tail, limbs, and a head with tiny horns. The creature looked like a miniature dragon. It seemed out of place, as if it had wandered into the wrong spot. When a video of it appeared online, many believed it was a baby dragon, possibly lost from a hidden habitat. The discovery sparked discussions about how encounters like this could change the way humans view such mysterious creatures. Gigantic river stingray. In 2023, researchers made a remarkable find in Thailand's Mong River. To give an idea of its size, this creature was as big as a car. Measuring 7.9 feet across and 14 feet long, it weighed about 800 pounds. A massive freshwater stingray. After examining the stingray, they released it back into the 65-foot deep water, giving it room to swim freely. Since giant stingrays are critically endangered, this discovery was more than just a record-setting catch. It brought hope for the survival and growth of the species.
When you see a fish this size, especially in freshwater, it's hard to comprehend. So I think all of our team was stunned. The fishermen themselves said that it was the largest fish that they'd ever seen.
Clawed catch. A fisherman was out on his boat when a strange fish suddenly leaped onto the deck. It had whiskers like a catfish, but the real surprise came when he saw claws that looked like they belonged to a crab. He tried to catch it with a scraper, but it was tough to handle, much harder than he expected. People began calling it the crab catfish, though some disagreed, suggesting the claws might have been added on purpose. The unusual creature left everyone wondering if it was a rare species or if someone had altered it for unknown reasons. Pond mystery uncovered.
野放しにしておくと繁殖する恐れがあります。
In Japan, a group of university students set up a camera for research by a pond, but after drying up, it revealed a strange secret. The camera recorded a creature emerging from the mud. It had a shell like a turtle, but a body that looked oddly human. They quickly grabbed a net to catch it, but the creature dove back into the water. Working together, they finally managed to pull it out and place it in a tank. Everyone gathered around, eyes wide, whispering theories. Was this a creature lost to time? A hybrid of human and turtle? For now, we don't have the answer. Only time and perhaps more research would uncover the truth.
も目撃されてますので、このまま放置しておくと。
Unusual ocean predator. On a usual fishing day, a fisherman pulled up more than just a regular catch. As he brought the fish out of the water, he was shocked to see that half of its flesh was missing, exposing its side. Upon closer inspection, he noticed a creature stuck to it that looked like an isopod. It was a surprising sight, especially when he realized that, along with giant sharks, these fish had now become prey to small creatures like these isopods as well. A strange reminder of the unexpected predators in the deep. Record-breaking catch. On June 22nd, 2021, at Keystone Lake, Oklahoma, a day was marked in history. A Kansas teen had no idea he was about to make it. While fishing, he hooked a massive 164-pound paddlefish. Surprisingly, he didn't even know what a paddlefish was until he reeled it in. It was the catch of a lifetime, setting both a new state and world record. The teen couldn't believe it. What an unforgettable way to celebrate his high school graduation. Monster lake trout.
Fish story, a world record breaking trout reeled in right here in Colorado.
In May 2023, an angler launched his boat into the chilly waters of Colorado's Blue Mesa Reservoir, hoping for a big catch. On the opening day of the season, he reeled in more than he could have imagined. After 13 minutes of struggling, he finally brought it to the net. It was trout, and not just any trout, it was a 73-pound lake trout, possibly the largest ever caught on a line. It was a catch that will be tough to beat, even at Blue Mesa.
Okay, you gotta see it to believe it. This thing is a whopper. 73-pound lake trout, measures.
Living fossil found.
Fishermen in northeastern Ilan recently found a huge surprise.
In June 2023, fishermen off the coast of northeast Taiwan made an incredible catch. While using a trawling net, they pulled up a creature that left them shocked. A rare goblin shark, weighing in at 800 kilograms, it was the largest ever caught in Taiwan. This deep-sea dweller is usually found in the ocean's darkest depths, so catching one was incredible, so they decided to send it to a marine museum where it will be displayed for all to see. While the catch was remarkable, the method used drew criticism for its impact on the marine environment. Half-human sea creature. A video has been buzzing across the internet, leaving everyone puzzled. It shows a group of people interacting with a creature. At first, the tail made people think it was a fish, but then things took a surprising turn. The upper half of the creature looks strangely human. Half human, half fish? The description sounded a lot like a mermaid. Netizens quickly came up with different theories. Some believed it was just a dummy or a silicon model, while others were convinced they had witnessed a real mermaid. Beach creature discovery. A janitor was going about his work on the beach when something unusual caught his eye. A suction cup half buried in the sand. Curiosity got the best of him, and he pulled it out. To his shock, a creature emerged along with it. Its long tentacles could easily have fooled him into thinking it was an octopus, but after years of working at the shore, he knew better. It was a cuttlefish, an unexpected visitor to the beach. By burying themselves in the sand, they stay hidden from both predators and prey, making it easier for them to enjoy their next meal. Unexpected find. Years ago, a fisherman came across something strange washing up on the shore. At first, it looked like a crab claw, but it was huge, far too big to be just an ordinary claw. It didn't make sense that such a heavy object could simply float to shore. The most puzzling part was the size. Do giant crabs even exist? Legend spoke of massive crabs that protected the waters and its creatures. Could these ancient giants still be around? Maybe one had ventured closer to the shore and lost its claw. It's a mystery that will leave you guessing. Faceless anomaly. In 2017, scientists aboard the Investigator ship made an extraordinary discovery in eastern Australia's deep ocean. While exploring 4 kilometers below the surface, they pulled up a fish with no visible face. This creature, among many others, was part of an unprecedented deep-sea survey. The Australian scientists named it the Faceless Cuss, marking the first time it had been seen in Australian waters since the late 1800s. This fish appears faceless because its mouth is located on the underside of its body, making its facial features invisible from a side view. Deep sea giant. While fishing, an angler caught a creature no one could identify. Its thick skin was patterned with white and yellow, and it moved too slowly to be a fish. The size of the creature was massive, suggesting it was some kind of aquatic giant, but the real mystery lay in what it was. Some speculated it could be a new species, while others wondered if it was an ancient creature that had been hidden in the depths for centuries. With 80% of the world's waters still undiscovered, who knows what other unknown creatures could be lurking, waiting to be found? Titanoboa or sturgeon. A video recently stirred up the internet showing what looked like a massive creature slithering through the river. Its long body and smooth snake-like movement had many convinced it was a titanoboa. The suspense built up as people stared, trying to figure out what it was. But then, as the tail finally came into view, the truth became clear. It wasn't a snake at all. It was a giant sturgeon. The camera angle had completely fooled everyone, proving how a simple shift in perspective can change everything we thought we knew. Bird-headed fish. A resident of the Chinese city of Guiyang caught a strange fish that left everyone puzzled. The body looked like a typical fish, but the head resembled that of a bird. Some even compared it to a penguin or a dolphin. After examining it, a local fisherman speculated that it might just be a deformed carp, but some wondered if it could be the result of a failed experiment or even a hybrid created by someone. With so many possibilities, the true origin of the strange creature remained a mystery. Creepy fish. On October 26, 2020, a fisherman in Krabi Province, Thailand, stumbled upon a scary catch while fishing near an uninhabited island. The strange fish had a human-like mouth stretched wide. The googly eyes gave it a bizarrely expressive, almost sorrowful appearance. It seemed shocked to have been caught, its unsettling features leaving the fisherman uneasy. Experts identified it as resembling a polycharis fish, a species known to bury itself in sand with its mouth open to catch smaller prey. Believing the creature might bring bad luck, the fisherman handed it over to a wildlife center. Three-eyed catfish.
That is nuts.
On November 9th, 2015, in Gowanus Canal, New York, a fisherman made an unsettling discovery when he reeled in a black catfish. What caught his eye wasn't just its color. It had three eyes that were perfectly centered in the middle of its head, which seemed too symmetrical to be a simple mutation. The canal, known for its toxic contamination with lead and mercury, is one of the most polluted bodies of water in the country. Could this strange fish be a result of the harsh chemicals?
You got a catfish? 3 eyes?
Octopus intruder. If you think seals are the only ones who steal a fisherman's catch, think again. There's a new intruder in town. While a pair of young explorers dipped their net into the ocean to catch some fresh prawns, they were shocked to pull up a giant surprise. Clinging to the net was a massive Pacific octopus, wrapping itself around the trawl with impressive skill. Excited by the unusual encounter, they shared a video to see if anyone could explain this clever behavior. Marine biologists were quick to respond, revealing that octopuses share about 60 to 70% of their DNA with humans. This makes them not just strange creatures of the sea, but intelligent problem solvers as well. Often seen as alien-like due to their bizarre features and unique abilities, these cephalopods are much smarter than most people realize. Mouth brooder fish. A newly appointed worker at the feeding farm was taken aback by a strange sight. As he watched, one of the workers grabbed a fish, and to his surprise, as soon as the fish opened its mouth, tiny fish started swimming out. It was an arowana, a type of mouth brooder. The male arowana carries and protects its young in its mouth, keeping them safe until they are fully developed and ready to survive on their own. The worker was amazed to witness this unique and protective behavior in action. Open discussion. Waters are full of surprises, especially for those who rarely visit them. A lady decided to go on a boating trip, and when her guide reeled in his net, she got quite the shock. There was a creature with a scaled body, but the real surprise came when she looked closer at its bottom. It looked like a carpet, with a mouth at the base. Initially, she was puzzled, but the guide revealed the truth to her. It was a pineapple sea cucumber, known for its unique appearance and scales that resemble pineapple skin. She was amazed to discover such a strange creature in the waters. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more unbelievable encounters. Stay tuned for the next video.